Hey foodie family, here we are with some more Thanksgiving leftovers. This is a pretty easy casserole. In fact, it's very easy. And I'm using it all from the leftovers that I used for Thanksgiving dinner. The only thing I really purchased was 2 8-ounce packages of regular cream cheese. All right, so I had some leftover broccoli and cauliflower that did not get used. I had leftover wild rice, leftover green bean casserole. I have to make it because it's the only thing my daughter eats at Thanksgiving and my dad loves it too. There's my leftover chopped up turkey. I had leftover shredded carrot from the stuffing, mashed garlic, some red bell pepper, chopped parsley, and chopped onions. Okay, so the only thing I would probably do is just cut up the cream cheese a little bit. No big deal, you don't have to, but it does help melt it better when we're ready. And you can just chunk it up because, of course, this is Chef LoveChunks. All right, so let's go to the heat. I got a pan over here with some olive oil. I have this on about medium heat. I have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. I'm going to add my 1 cup of diced onion. If you have more than that, that's fine. Go ahead and add, I had 1 cup of leftover shredded carrot. If you don't have that much, that's okay too. If you had baby carrots left over, you can chop those up, just a rough chop, and add those. Whatever you had left over is fine. Give it about a minute or 2. Remember, just look in your fridge, see what you have left. The only type of vegetables I would not use in this dish would be summer squash, zucchini, any winter squash. They'll be too mushy. And then definitely not very good. Okay, add about half a cup of leftover red, yellow, and orange bell pepper. So that's going in. And I'm going to add my leftover cauliflower and broccoli that didn't make it into the casserole that was covered with cheese. All right, I'm going to start to layer in a little bit of salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon Italian seasoning. I'm going to cook that down about 3 or 4 minutes. I increased my heat a little bit to about medium-high. Here goes the leftover green bean casserole. Like I said, it's pretty good just to use up what you've got. 2 cloves of mashed garlic. Always keep an eye on your garlic. You don't ever want to burn it. It becomes very bitter when you do, and it will ruin your whole dish. Going up on the heat just a little bit. Now in here is approximately 3 cups of leftover diced up turkey. If you don't have that much, it's fine. Use what you have. Make sure you got all the little bones out. I have about half a cup, third of a cup of fresh chopped parsley. I had the parsley left over from the dressing. Now in goes, this is more than I need. I would say use about 2 cups. No, let's go ahead and put it in there. I think that was about 4 cups of cooked wild rice. Now I cook my rice in reduced sodium chicken stock, because anytime you add volume and you're cooking something, you want to add flavor. Water adds no flavor, but stock does, wine does, anything like that. All right, now I'm going to reduce my heat down to about medium, and in goes 2 packages of cream cheese. This is going to melt. You want to reduce your heat. You want to give that cream cheese time to melt. It was room temperature, which of course makes it easier, but it still needs time to melt. That's melting very nicely, just on low. I'm going to reach for some cheese. This is a rich casserole. It will freeze beautifully, easy to reheat, probably 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. Now, at this point, this casserole is done. It's cooked. So you can, one more minute. You just want to make sure your cream cheese is melted completely and blended. It is. All right, let's turn our heat off. Okay, we're going to turn it into a buttered casserole dish. You make a couple separate ones if you want, let them cool completely, and then wrap them real well and freeze them. Now I'm going to top this with whatever kind of cheese you have. This is a triple cheddar blend, but if you have sliced cheese in the fridge, that's great. You don't have to buy anything special. You could use anything. And if you wanted, if your kids will eat chopped nuts, I normally chop up almonds or walnuts. Any nut is great. And on top of the casserole it goes. Now we're just going to melt the cheese because the casserole is hot. Keep your eye on it. Don't walk away from it because it will burn. So we used up all of our Thanksgiving leftovers, and the only thing I bought was 2 blocks of cream cheese, everything I had already. And you have a couple more meals that doesn't taste like leftover turkey and stuffing. All right, let's check it. It's melting nicely. A couple more minutes. Okay, we have melted cheese and a nice hot casserole. Like I said, you could add your nuts now if you wanted, but if your family and your kids aren't into the nuts, leave them out. We're good to go. Thank you so much, Chef LoveChunks. See you again very soon. Bye, foodies.